episode 305 of Mystery Crate. Thank you for the applause.
Thank you. Add something here.
Something.
Excitement.
I also thought you were going to play a little something because like we're going to have like musical accompaniment throughout the show.
Okay, sure.
Fireball.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. Yeah. Billy? Hello.
You got to keep it short.
We
We have a special guest today, by the way.
I'm here normally.
No, you're never here. You're not the special
I'm here
guest.
frequently.
Infrequently.
Well, because you guys changed. Okay, we don't need to get into this, but you guys changed
we're
when you're recording it every week, and then it's like we're gonna do it today, and I'm like, okay, and then it's like 5 minutes later, no, we're gonna do it tomorrow.
It has been Wednesday for like the past at least month.
Wow.
You really counted far.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I got all of that.
episodes.
No,
Right.
no, but it's been a while.
Okay.
been a while.
Billy, not the guest of honor. Today, the guest of honor, Mr. Eats 305 in the building today. Round of applause. Aplauso.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. Ahora sí.
Thank you. Exactly. And he brought cafecito for everybody on 305.
did he?
So, yeah. You
Episode
want some, Amin?
305,
Yeah.
Mystery Crates, Mr. Eats.
Let 'em
It
know.
just
There
made
you go.
sense.
Let 'em know.
Yeah, I like that.
Billy, you want some?
Sure.
I'm going to pour some over here.
So Tony was originally going to get in on Chris for his take about having Taco Bell on flights,
Watch out, because that's a little...
but then Chris left.
Hi.
Yeah, no, so I did want to bring that up because Delta said that they're going to do partnerships with Shake Shack, right?
I saw that.
And then Chris is like, oh, why don't we... I mean, you want some?
Yes, I do. I'll come over. and I'll get it.
You want to give me some, Amin?
Yeah, don't spill anything on
Yeah,
that
please.
paperwork.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bam. Okay, there we go.
You gotta name this episode Mr. Eats Crate.
Basically sounds like it.
Noted. Yeah. Thank you, Billy.
Thank
I'm just trying to be helpful.
No, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, one for him too? Okay. So Delta said, hey, Shake Shack, we're going to do a partnership. I'm still skeptical on the partnership situation because what are they going to do with the actual food? Where are they going to keep it? Like the air chefs, you know what I mean? They bring that little thing and then they put it attached to the plane and then bring you cheese and wine or whatever.
Is there a microwave on planes?
I think so.
Really?
I think so. I think the plan is, and I have no idea, this is just pure theory, they'll probably just make it before and bring it in like those DoorDash bags. You know, like to keep it warm,
Oh, keep it hot.
keep it hot.
Yeah.
But then what are you going to have, 250 meals?
Have it ready, I guess, just so
Yeah.
the plane doesn't literally reek like a
Yeah,
Shake
like
Shack.
a burger. Yeah, because if like you air fry it too, it's gonna smell.
yeah.
Anything you do to prepare, it's gonna smell.
Wait, so hold on. If the plane leaves out of Boston, and then so you're flying from Boston, those people are eating hamburgers, and then like let's say it comes to Miami, and then it goes back to Boston, or it goes wherever. The next flight doesn't have any
No burgers.
but you're gonna have the burger smell.
No,
Right.
not really. They got the
The extractors?
that and the UV sterilizing whatever thing
Okay,
kills the odor.
That sounds real.
Yeah.
That's what they did. No, they installed all that stuff for COVID.
For COVID, yeah.
So it's
But not every
That's
plane
one
has
of those,
that.
Yeah, like
I've
an
gone
air
through some
marshals
old
on
ass
every
plane. Yeah.
That's not a thing.
yeah, but look, Shake Shack's not going to be on the old planes, man.
Oh, wow, okay.
Only
a little
new-
classist.
Only the nice new ones. Yeah. Also, not going to be in the back.
That's what
the
I
other thing.
figured. The coach people, you're
Like
screwed.
everyone get excited like this is for first class. I don't know if y'all know this.
Not for you guys.
Yeah, and like
This is
business
for
deluxe
us
or
back
whatever,
here.
and that's it.
I love the idea that Shake Shack is what first class gets.
I mean, it's better than whatever they serve now.
It's a first class meal. What are you talking
I don't
about?
know what they serve
It's a
now.
first
They
class
don't serve-
burger.
they
What do
don't-
they
Yeah, I
serve
don't know.
now?
They serve like whatever. I don't know.
Is
Whatever they
first,
even have.
first class waste of money?
No,
right?
it
Like
depends.
If
Depends.
you're paying
where you're
yourself,
going.
Depends.
Dude, on a long haul flight, if you sit business or first class, it is necessary.
Like
you got the lie
international?
flat seats. Yeah, dude.
okay.
12-hour flights, anything more.
What do you pay for that?
You know.
It all depends.
Tony has a different price.
Yeah.
I did it with
Mommy and
Miles.
Bobby's points.
No,
yeah.
I did it with my. Oh yeah, you do. You remember? Damn.
Is it? I was joking.
It was a wedding gift.
Oh, well, they give you points on a shitty wedding gift.
No, it's great. I went to
They got lay flat seats out of it.
we went to Thailand first class the entire way.
Yeah, but it didn't cost them anything. Just points that they accumulated.
but still.
Didn't cost him anything either.
Exactly.
It cost them their time,
Yeah.
all those flights.
Yeah, but
suppose.
they knew. And then COVID happened, so they weren't really going anywhere anyway.
I went to a restaurant yesterday and a guy was wearing 2 masks.
Nice.
Inside.
One over his eyes.
Nice.
They cut holes in the eyes.
No, he had like
two
one on
masks.
top of the other one.
Where was
I
this?
like it.
I don't want to name
Okay.
names.
What
I don't wanna
area?
name
What
names.
area?
It was in my area.
Okay.
It's in
So you're
Westchester area.
Westchester.
Yeah.
No, that's the last place I was assuming.
He was
That's
wearing-
also true.
it was-
That's also
I
true.
was caught off guard, but then I was also like,
I think we're
is
good
he
now.
going to wear this forever?
Does he know that we're good now or not?
Well,
I don't know if
Hold
we're
on.
good.
Let me ask some follow-up questions.
I stopped. Whatever.
Did he release prisoners out of Arkham?
Wow.
Is it Bane?
I don't think Billy
Bane's a
knows what
Batman?
Arkham
Come on. Comic books, you're gonna.
No, but
Yeah.
you got that one. You got
was
that
he
one.
older than 80?
No, he was like youngish.
Okay.
He was younger than me.
Younger than you?
Yeah.
Wow, damn, that's bad news.
I see people wearing masks on flights.
Flight's okay because you're
kinda
in a
understand
confined
that.
space
Yeah.
and there's hot ass breath of everybody in the
Not if they have those things now.
Yeah.
That- that-
Yeah,
that-
the
extractors. Again,
Extractor.
dude, I've been on some American Airlines flight where I don't even have a TV in front of me.
None
So I
of them
know
are
that they don't have
gone.
any.
None of them are
Most of them
They're
don't
all
have.
gone?
I got on one plane that had one, and I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was
Really?
shocked that
Because
they
their
had
whole
them
thing
still.
is this.
I thought it was a first class thing because
No.
I saw it was the first couple rows.
It's everybody. It's so this is why. They're
You're an American man, right?
Yeah, I am. And so their reasoning, and when they described it to me, I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Everybody's got a phone and or a tablet. So rather than have like this screen and we preload the movies, we just have like an internal internet that's free for everyone to connect, and then all the movies are uploaded there,
right.
and you just stream it. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. The part I don't like is like, oh, and we don't have power plugs either. I'm like, no.
Wait a second, you can't
get
give
to play that game.
You
Yeah.
can't do that because my tablet, my phone needs something.
I went on a flight recently, and they moved up the plugs closer to the
To the top?
It's at the
top.
top, not like
Yep.
all the way in the bottom,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
don't need like an extender for it.
Yeah, no.
Modern technology, guys. Crazy
I
stuff.
mean, this all was born off of Delta serving the Shake Shack, right? Like getting a higher elevation of in-flight food. And then Chris on the show a couple of days ago, or whenever it was.
Good save.
I said it's Wednesday already.
Oh, it's,
You just
I don't
said
know.
it Earlier today.
I actually don't remember
Can I
what he
ask you
said.
guys
He
a
said it to me.
question?
I did forget already, too.
After you
Thank
finish
you.
this, I'll ask you a question.
He said Taco Bell on American Airlines, and I was like, that could
I
be
wanted to fight.
disastrous.
I wanted to fight. Do you remember that the flight where the woman had explosive diarrhea all up and down the,
Yeah,
the
the
road.
aisle?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Taco
man.
Bell?
You have to add an extra bathroom.
Extra bathroom. You gotta have a
least.
bidet in there.
Pampers,
Shower.
Pampers on the where they have the life jacket.
The life jacket go underneath.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. This is more for Fuentes.
Of course
Okay.
it is. Yeah.
You said that there's a special episode 305. We've just talked about Shake Shack. What are we doing to make this episode
I have George
special?
here. He brought coffee where I'm using Cuban sounds, Hispanic sounds. This is by Mate right there, classic Colombian hit. You know, I have a top 5 for George. I can get into the top 5 I George have right now.
Wow.
If you want.
What is the top 5?
My top 5 Cuban dishes, including sandwiches.
Ooh.
And then George can tell us what he thinks of my top 5.
I hope that he judges you very harshly.
I hope he
I'll
does
be
too.
honest.
It's better
I
content.
hope he judges you very harshly because I don't know if you know this. Fuentes is a bit of a know-it-all. And he thinks he knows everything. He thinks he knows all the great restaurants. He thinks he knows everything about everything.
Why did you do that, Tim? Why did
He
you go
always-
restaurants there with him?
Well, so originally I was going to do top Hispanic restaurants, but I don't want to put George in a compromising position. He's a food influencer. He's around.
Yeah,
so
but
I'm
he's
like,
a man of the people.
He
knows-
does,
He's
and
a
I-
very
and
politically
he's an honest
savvy guy,
man.
too.
Exactly.
I don't want to put him in a bad position.
What's
so
a
like,
bad
if I
position?
do, like he has to say something bad about a restaurant, or he has to lie about a
Why
restaurant.
would you're not doing worse? You're doing best.
I don't know. I'm just
Could you
saying.
do best
But he
still?
might not like a place and be like, "Oh, I wouldn't put it in my top 5." And they're like, "Well, I'm not
It's
paying this
your
fucking
list.
guy." Can you please?
Yeah, no.
You're sitting there nodding along. Help me. You know?
Throw him a life round.
Yeah.
you know, like his opinion matters. So even if he says, that's like my third, not my second,
Yeah.
that creates an international controversy. So he's trying to save him
Yeah.
from any of
It's
that.
worldwide.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
the
This
next
is what-
step, dude. That's the next
Mr. Heats
evolution.
International.
Wow. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So it's top
hear that?
5 Cuban meals, including sandwiches. Okay. I have an OLI. The OLI is the medianoche.
OLI is outside looking
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, just in case you didn't know that.
anyone not him. I mean, why do you assume he doesn't know?
No, I'm saying, yeah.
Just for
It was for
listeners.
Jeremy back there.
I
Yeah,
knew
in
it.
case Jeremy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you do your restaurants later, or you need to sit down and think about it?
I probably got to think about it. I
Oh,
plan
you
on
have them
it.
written down?
He knows so many.
Number 5, masas de puerco.
Masita, okay.
Yeah, I like
That's a
it.
5. Okay, that's a 5. So
That's
you
a
have the
5.
medianoche
I'm not going to say anything till I hear
till
all
after.
five.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We like to dissect every single
one. As
one.
you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
you save yours. We'll talk shit about Mike, and then at the end you.
Yeah.
Unless there's one that's so egregious, like that's
Exactly.
4.
Yeah,
then you gotta-
exactly.
I think they're just going to be so good that we're going to want to talk about how good they are.
Wow.
I mean, they're all classics. It's just the order.
How do you like number 5 already? Masita puerco.
I think it's safe.
A lot of onions, a lot of
Safe.
lime.
Yeah.
Needs a lot of onions, need a lot of lime. That's mine.
Sorry to interrupt. Is the sandwich the earliest, or we're not counting pastries, croquetas?
No, we're not counting that. I was going to do
That was a
pastries.
different list. He has
that was a
another list.
different
Okay.
list. That list I also have, but I'm reserving it.
For
Okay.
what?
Oh, wow. For next
Episode
306.
1,000.
Yeah.
1305, yeah. You gotta add
Yeah.
the country code.
1,000
786.
Oh, 786. All right, so in 2 years and some
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
Episode 76.
Okay, number 4, ropa vieja. Can be a little saucy.
Classic.
Yeah, classic could be a little saucy, could be a little dry. Depends on where you get it. Number 3, the
Both.
pan con bistec, but only with the little crunchy papitas.
I don't like the way you said
Okay.
that.
I hate the way you said that.
I don't like the way you said that at all.
I know.
Bite.
Sorry.
Bite.
Yeah, the C's silent.
The C is.
He threw a K in there.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
come on, Fuentes. Jesus.
Number 2, a very crispy vaca frita.
Not too crispy.
Okay.
I like it crispy.
I'm very curious. What you want to guess what his number one is?
I know what his number one is
Because we talked about it yesterday.
Billy, what do you think?
I don't know.
Well, don't say it, Tony. Let's,
I'm not.
let's guess. Billy, what do you think it is?
I mean, I like a good palomilla, but I feel like it's not going to be a palomilla.
Palomilla,
That we're
little-
going.
It's basically a panguite.
Yeah, I
Just
I
no
like
bread.
Bistec empanizado.
Oof.
Exactly.
That's my number one.
Number one, bistec empanizado.
Wow.
Both the original and mayonesa style.
Yeah.
so picadillo doesn't even make the not even
Nah.
OLI. Wow.
That's a cheat on like a Tuesday night.
What was the number 5 again?
Number 5 was masita puerco.
Yeah, because thing about picadillo is when I was growing up, it's just like kind of easy to make from abuela. And I just
Exactly.
had it too much.
I thought it
So-
was going to be a worse story.
What was the story you thought it
No,
was?
I'm not going to say.
The Barcelona flight. Where it's up and down.
Running up and down the aisles.
But yeah, that's why picadillo didn't make the list.
Okay, so let's go recap quickly. So masita puerco 5.
All I was medianoche because it's sweet bread, so I feel like you gotta
Right,
be really in the
right,
mood for it. Masa de puerco, ropa vieja, pango bistec, but only with a little crunchy papitas.
Right.
Vaca frita and a bistec empanizado, both styles.
Still went hard K on the.
Both
did,
lists.
you did.
That's how I do it.
Yeah,
I hated
it's
it.
fine.
That's
It's
fine.
okay.
George?
I don't love the list, but I don't hate the list.
Okay.
I think it's like it's a fair list.
Middle of the
Safe-
way,
it's a
George.
safe-
I can say
Safe,
I can
yeah,
say
safe
the
list.
things that he had that are not on the list that are contenders.
Okay.
Arroz con pollo.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Abuela making arroz con pollo. Picadillo too.
Wait, hold on.
Picadillo,
I have-
like a good picadillo.
Question for you, George.
Dime.
The arroz con pollo.
With a Heineken in it.
Do
has
you
to
put? Do you put?
Presidente.
But do
Ooh.
you put mayo in it?
What?
Mayo.
Be. No,
I
that's,
don't cook.
That's
I just
arroz,
eat, so-
that's arroz imperial.
Do you eat it with mayo?
Good answer.
Well,
That's-
imperial,
that's arroz imperial.
but imperial has a cheese on top.
With the mayo though.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen people just eat the mayo. They just mix it in.
I don't like the cheese.
It's a little much.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just going arroz con pollo with hot sauce.
Nah, that's
Oh, gotta get the hot sauce.
hot sauce.
Yeah.
works
Oh,
on-
yeah.
Hot sauce works on everything though.
Arroz con pollo is
it's
underrated.
This whole list can have hot sauce on it.
Pan con lechon, I think over pan con vite.
Wow.
The thing about pan con lechon is that it's so hard. You get a lot of lechon that's dry, and that ruins the whole
Depends
thing.
on where you go.
Exactly. All this is dependent on where you go.
I think there's more or there's better pan con lechon out there than there is pan con vite because a lot of times you're fighting the palomilla inside
Yes.
the pan con vite when you don't have a good one.
Yes.
It's like a
It's
shoe. It's
rubbery.
like leather.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't really put any chicken on this list because chicken
Fair.
also tends
And
to be dry.
And I don't think it needed to be on this list.
There you go.
Wow.
Carne con papa.
Missed that one.
Yeah.
You didn't
I
like
would
that?
probably
Is that Cuban
substitute
though?
it.
I feel like that's.
I know it's like beef potatoes. Everybody
That's
got
like most of these dishes. Like a lot of them are.
I guess yeah.
it. Yeah.
you
Mr.
know.
International.
What do you think?
Happy 305.
Carne con papa I like. I would probably put it further up on the list. Like
Oh, really?
5.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe OLI. Let's see. Bistec empanizado for sure.
Yeah.
That's go-to. Milanesa style's good. Don't always get it. I get maybe Milanesa style like once a year.
Really?
Maybe twice.
I like it. You know,
You like it?
It hits, man.
Isn't that more Argentine, anyways?
That's what I said yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's kind of more of an Argentine
Yeah.
thing, but
Nah, we don't like it anymore. Then.
Big Brazil fan. That's why.
yeah. But I don't know. Some of the tomato sauce on it just hits
That was a good list.
perfect. Thank you.
You forgot
It's the same
croqueta preparada.
Well, he left the croquetas out of there, so I didn't know if
Yeah.
that was
That's a
I get
go-to.
what you're saying.
I
I
think-
honestly forgot about it.
I think,
so.
yeah, it was an
Forgot
oversight.
about it.
I thought that
Wow.
was an oversight.
That's
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
2 or 1.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
probably would have hit it closer. It would have been probably around 4 or 3.
The amount
I really
of-
don't like ropa vieja at all, to be honest.
So you don't like one of the things on your
Why?
list?
Yeah,
put it
but
on your list?
it's so good
I think it was
because
like
it's a
number 3.
classic.
Yeah.
Number 4. It's a classic. It's a
Respect.
classic.
It was just like the
Yeah,
respect.
it's a respect
factor.
thing. Exactly.
I think you're either ropa vieja or vaca frita.
Yeah, you
weird
don't do
list.
both. This is a good
Yeah,
take. You don't
because
only
they're
do
both shredded beef.
Exactly.
It's
One's
just a
just
matter
kinda
of
like-
saucy or not.
Well, one is like in tomato sauce, the other one's fried.
Yeah.
You don't cook anything?
My wife cooks.
Do you do
a
like
lot.
that for Noche Buena?
I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
So I just
He's
prefer
great at
it.
eating food.
Yes.
And that, you know what they call that? Complimentary. One person's great at making it, one person's great at eating
Complimentary football. That's what we like to play around here.
What were you saying, Billy?
Do you guys do
All three
lechon
phases.
for like Noche Buena or no?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends on who. wants to do
Cajachina
it.
style,
Yeah,
or-
cajachina.
You have to do guys.
Cajachina is always a pain in the ass, and people never want to do it.
Yeah.
It's the
You have to
easiest
go
way
down to
do it.
Homestead.
That's what I thought.
I know.
It's so much easier.
But the problem is the time.
We
Nobody
used
wants
do
to
it on,
invest
like-
the time.
Yeah, you're there for
man.
like 12 hours.
No, even cajachinas are moving faster. We used to do it in my house. My dad dug a hole, like a square hole, and then we'd get like cinder blocks.
Yeah.
And put the cinder blocks, and then he made.
Is this
like,
every year, or do you have the pit at your parents' house?
No, now we started doing a cajachina because it was too much work. But like you had the hole, and then you had like the cinder blocks, and then you had like the rebar or whatever, and then you like would tie that together, and then you had like the pig on it,
Yep.
and then we had like just metal sheet. It was like.
So let me explain what a cajachina is for those of you that are of
It's
English descent.
literally Chinese box.
Chinese
It's
box.
the
stands
literal
for it.
translation, yes, but it's basically like a hot box where
Yeah.
you put the pig and then you slow cook it for
And the bottom
12 hours.
is full of coals. You do the bottom.
But it's not a
full of
slow
it's on
cooker.
top.
It's like
The coal's on top.
a
Oh,
wooden
you're right,
box.
it's on top, you're right.
It's
like
a wooden box
box.
that's lined with metal, and then you put the pig inside, and then on top of it's like the top is open, and then you put the tray on it. It like has like a little ledge it sits on it. You put all the charcoal on it, and the fire's on the top.
I went to George Sedano's house for Christmas like 4 or 5 years ago, and they had that, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
And he was like, Cajachina.
Blew my mind.
He's like Chinese box.
Chinese box. Amin speaks more Spanish, I think, than Jeremy does at this point.
Okay.
It's true. You
Exactly.
can tell Amin un disparate, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I got a little piece of it." And I was like,
The first
"Hell
time,
yeah, dude."
the first time we did a lechona nochebuena, so we had that whole we do the whatever we put the pig on there. You have to do it like starting the night before. You
Yeah.
inject it, and it has to soak and all that stuff,
Ajo,
right?
and you put.
This
So
goes
then
back to the
naranja
time
agria
thing
and
he
it-
was saying. It takes a long time.
Takes a
When
long
you're
time.
doing it in the hole, it takes even longer, right? So grow up.
How do you? How do you regulate when you do the hole? Because obviously with the cajachina you can like
It's
regulate.
a lot easier with the cachina now. Like you can have like digital
Right.
thermometers like in them, and you can see exactly how it's cooking. But when we did it the first time, we turn it on, we light it, and then like there's a big like flames and everything that goes up, and then all of a sudden like we just hear knocking on the fence, and it was our neighbor 2 houses down. Because he's like, oh yeah, gachina. Voy a entrar.
Looking
for the
He's like-
invite.
He's like, oh, voy a entrar. And he just like walks into the yard. He's like, no, la están haciendo mal. And then he starts like showing us what
course,
to do.
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, dude,
He's a
I've
professional.
never spoken to you in like the 20 years
He
my
heard
parents
the
have
boom
lived
and he was
here.
like,
you're just
"Gachina."
exactly
And
right.
he was
You
like,
saw
I know
the
how to
smoke,
do it.
and he just walked in and came into the
It was
yard.
probably Fuentes' grandfather.
Maybe.
Yeah, abuelo.
Did he?
Is he
put
still-
a-
is
a
he still with
rapscallion.
us?
No, neither of them are. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that, Mike.
That's
Did
why I
he
didn't
actually
talk
fix
about
it?
before? It would have been fine.
Yeah, 'cause that would've been great if he fixed it.
It would have been fine. He just started to insert himself and telling us how he would do it instead.
I like that better.
The most Cuban of Cuban things is just, yeah, I know this.
You don't know. It's not that I know this. You
Yeah, you
don't know
don't
this.
know
it.
Let me explain
Yeah,
to you
exactly.
how I do
Well,
it.
as soon as he came, he realized we were novices. Like right away, he's like, these people do not actually know what they're
That
doing.
he wanted to help you guys. He
Yeah.
saw the explosion. He's like, "Oh my god, these
I
people are
think
gonna bring the
I
house
think he
down."
wanted to also get like some food out of it. You know what I mean?
I mean,
he
you-
gets a free beer because that's the thing is that's how you pay people that help.
Always,
you.
Yeah, the beers.
On
always.
Christmas Eve with the cajachina, you just give them a beer.
Or Black Label.
They go
That's,
hand in hand.
that's a lot pricier. Black
Yeah.
label than a beer.
Yeah, but no. But the thing is, you go to Costco and you get the big boy Black Label, and
Yeah,
everybody
and
drinks.
you're pouring it. You're not giving him, like, the bottle.
Exactly.
Okay,
No,
gotcha.
yeah. You give.
Yeah,
the
he gets like 2
class.
swigs, then get out of
It
here.
was early. It was like 9:30 in the morning
Hey,
too.
I've seen people start Black Label at around that time.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyways, what were we talking about? Cajachinos.
Miami.
so
Miami.
Mike Fuentes is having a full blown life crisis.
I am. Yeah.
I know what this is.
Yeah,
So,
so-
I'm gonna you want me to explain it from my vantage point?
I mean, sure. I mean, I'm turning 40 in December. That's all you got to know.
Congrats, happy birthday.
Yeah,
Dude, you
I'm
look
40.
so good. Good for you.
Thank you, bro.
Dude, honestly, for real though, you do.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You
Thank
do.
Come
Like
on.
I've had multiple people tell me.
Yes, please build me up a lot so when Billy rips me down right
I'm
now.
not-
I've had
anything, I'm
multiple
just-
people tell me, "Wow, Mike is almost 40. He looks really
I
good."
could not believe it when I first found out your age.
I know. It's terrible, though. You can't escape it. My
no,
cousin
you
turned 40
can't.
today.
Happy
And-
birthday.
Yeah, but he's not going through the
Alex.
crisis I am. He's just like leaning into the dad bod.
What's the
the
nature of the
crisis?
crisis? Hold on. Is Tony going to tell us? Or you
Tony,
gonna tell
Tony,
us?
Tony was the one that laughed at me first yesterday.
Because I knew exactly what it was when I was watching. So I was yesterday. We had done the top 5. I came in just to kind of settle affairs around the office. You know how I do. I just show up, kiss babies.
I have my theories.
kiss babies, shake hands, do that kind of thing.
I think you come here just to get away. Like I shouldn't say it like that, but like just so Jenny sees like, oh hey, he's busy, he's at work. And you just come and do a couple laps, and then it's like, yeah, babe, I went to the office today. And then you just go back home after you came here and you talked your shit out here at the table, and then
Me
you
and
like
Taylor
go back.
talk about stuff.
Yeah,
I talk
exactly.
stuff about Mike.
And then you're like, yep. All right, gotta
Good
go.
day's work.
Yeah, exactly right. Then you hop on the metro
The
rail or
Metro and
whatever.
go back home.
Yeah.
Got it pretty nailed. But again, yesterday was a kissing baby, shaking hands kind of day, just like today.
Okay.
Kissing hands, shaking babies, that kind of thing. So as I'm sitting on the table, I see Mike diligently working on something, right? And I look over, and usually me and Mike are usually, holding court out there, doing our thing.
Mike who?
Mike Fuentes. So I look over at his computer.
There's a lot of Mikes that work here.
Too many.
Yeah. Well, that's why we have Mike is Mike Fuentes.
No, Fuentes is Fuentes, but
Yeah,
then
but I
there's
call him-
Gino Fuentes.
Oh, that's Gino.
That's
Yeah, it's
Gino.
Gino.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
Gino.
But then we have Mike Malley.
Mike
Malley.
Ryan is the Mike of the office.
Mike Ryan is Mike.
Yeah.
Mike Malley's Malley. Mike Fuentes is
Because
Fuentes.
Mike was
That's
here.
right,
Mike was
yeah.
here first.
And
Yeah.
Gino's
Gino Fuentes is Gino.
Yeah.
Gino's
Gino-
actually Chris.
And Gino's first name is actually Chris.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His real name is Christopher. Yeah.
Where does the Gino come from?
It's a whole thing.
Middle name.
I'm so confused.
No,
I'm
yes,
good. I'm
I
good.
saw it in your face. So Mike Fuentes' brother works here. His
No
name
one
is
cares
Gino.
about any of this.
But his
I'm
name
on
isn't
site
Gino.
talking to
He was,
Mike.
yes, but he was
Fuentes.
confused. George was confused.
Yeah, George
as
is
to
new
why.
here.
Don't get bogged down.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't care about
You're gonna
the
forget all this by the
office.
time you walk
Exactly
out. So
right.
don't worry.
Whatever.
About it. Yeah.
So I look over at Mike's computer, and I'm like, why is Mike looking for? Why is Mike looking for open boxing classes? I don't get it.
No.
So I look at him and I go, that kind of time, huh? And he's like, yeah.
I didn't even deny it. I'm so fucking washed. It's crazy. Like,
What?
He was looking for boxing classes.
Boxing classes.
Tell me this is like Jake Paul inspired.
no, I had been
It
doing
is whether he thinks it or not.
No,
it
no,
is.
I had
Wow,
been looking
the
for
subconscious.
classes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just the only thing that's like bigger than my midlife crisis is my procrastination. So I've been looking at classes for like a year, and finally, maybe it was probably Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Like, okay, we have to get this going.
So you
Like,
saw Mike Tyson's ass, and you were like, boxing.
work.
I need tips like that.
yeah, exactly.
You know, I accidentally like stumbled into a full blown like boxing ring / boxing school
At TP?
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
it had to be Tropical Park.
Yeah,
at
dude.
Tropical Park. I didn't know that it existed there. I went there to play racquetball one day. 'cause
Bro,
I went
that
to-
is a huge gym.
I went to the LA Fitness. I wanted to play racquetball. All the courts were full.
Naturally.
So I was like, I'm just going to drive to Tropical Park. It's right there. Go to Tropical Park. I'm like, they have to have outdoor parks. So they did. I was going to play racquetball. Then they wanted to charge me, which was bullshit. But that's a whole other thing.
Who came in and tried
They
to
charge you to
Yeah.
use the court. I didn't
Tennis
know.
courts, paddle.
Yeah, I
ball.
didn't know that. I just went. How
This
much?
is all pickleball's fault, by the way. Before
This is
pickleball,
free
You don't
That is
charge
true.
for
There
that.
was pre-pickleball. There's no charge for pickleball?
No, not there.
Really?
Not yet.
I saw they build a bunch of pickleball courts at Tamiami Park.
Yeah,
like
they
by
did.
that hockey thing
Yeah.
that they
and
have.
Tropical
outdoor
on the other
hockey.
side.
You have
Really?
to pay to play pickleball in Miami?
Hey, Izzy.
Not always.
Hey guys.
Anyways,
there.
so I'm there and I'm going to play racquetball, and then I just see like this building that I've always looked past. I don't even think about it. And there's a boxing gym
Yeah.
and like a boxing school, and it's filled with people boxing.
Yeah, dude.
No
Chad
clue.
Ochocinco works out there all the time.
I had no idea.
Lewis
that
took
existed.
pictures of Chad Ochocinco at that Tropical Park boxing gym
Wow.
randomly.
Why?
not creepy at all.
No, because
Just for fun?
Chad was like, "Oh, can somebody?"
Did he hire him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Chad was like, "Can somebody take pictures of me boxing? I'm gonna be at Tropical Park." And Lewis was like, "Yo, I'll do it." He reached out to him on Twitter like, "Yo, I'll do it." And he's like, "All right, come at 10 o'clock." And then he showed up at 10 o'clock and took pictures of Chad Ochocinco.
I had Lewis like, see, that's Ocho Cinco, and then his phone just come up.
Yeah.
paid him like $1,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Just go.
So you find a boxing school. What's the deal?
I found a few.
And now what are you gonna do?
Procrastinate till I forget, and then just
What is your goal with this?
to not have a dad bod.
You think that's gonna save you?
Boxing's not gonna do it. Boxing's not gonna do it.
I mean, I did the first part of not having a dad bod by not having kids. So now that I have that part figured out,
I hate to tell you, there's no actual connection there.
I know. I'm
No,
just
there
talking
is. There's a
shit.
little bit of a connection.
It's absolutely connection.
There's a little bit of a connection.
Your body doesn't actually.
Your body
change.
evolutionary puts on
There's
more
no
weight.
way that's true.
That's where the old man strength comes from.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Testosterone's going
All right,
down.
Izzy,
Like-
you love when all of a
I don't
sudden
have kids.
I pull something out. You're right, Ayo. But when I say something that ends up being right, you love that.
It's my favorite thing, but it's only when you're right and Dan
Dan's
is
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah, but when
if
you're
you're right and
wrong-
like Billy's wrong, yeah, it's all right.
So you think that when you have a child, your body.
when you're about to have a kid, right, and the hormones that are coming off of your wife, right, you as a male species, you start packing on weight to endure like the long nights and sleepless nights.
Wait a second, because the hormones are coming off of her body and
Yeah.
they're entering yours,
Yes.
and now you
You're
are
smelling
becoming
it and
a
it's-
little bit.
What if?
hungrier.
Okay, I have a question for you. So what if I decide to take the Metro Rail every day?
Okay.
Right, and every day I got on the Metro Rail, and someone else that takes the Metro Rail is
No,
pregnant.
no, it's
So
not the
every
same.
day I'm next to
Oh,
someone on the Metro
wow,
Rail
that's a
for an
good-
hour,
that's a
and
good
they're
thing.
pregnant, about to have a baby.
It's not the same.
Not enough time.
Yeah.
How much time do you need next to someone to
Hours
get
and
these?
hours.
Because he's sleeping next to his
Gotta be
wife.
an Amtrak
Exactly.
at
So
least.
and at night he's breathing them in.
It's
So it's only
It's
night
more.
activated.
That's
No,
eight
it's not.
solid
No, no,
hours
he
right
said
there.
that. I
buddy.
didn't say that.
Yeah, that's what's helping.
I want you to look
It
it
helps
up.
the concentration.
I don't even know
There's a-
how.
Look up.
Is there any way to look
I'm
this
doing
up, like,
research.
Right now, please?
Strong
I'll get back to
Thank
you.
you, Jeremy.
Google it.
Thank
I'll
you,
ask
Jeremy.
Google AI.
I think that the most connection you would have is just once you have a kid, you don't have time to do the other things. So then your body.
That's what I thought.
That's
Yeah.
part
The
and
logical
parcel.
thing.
That's part and parcel of why people have issues not losing that weight that they gain. But if you're not careful during the pregnancy, you can mirror weight gain from your significant other.
I have
Just
never
being
heard
there.
a man
but
say,
it's not
I
because
haven't
of
lost the
hormones.
baby weight yet.
That's not a thing.
Buddy, I
don't know, I think
don't
it's
be
a
mad
thing.
at me. This is the way it was set up.
This is like when.
So what are you doing to combat it? You should.
I
be
go to the
more
gym every single day.
Boxing
Billy.
gym.
No,
Billy, this is like when he
regular
told
gym.
us what the writing on the wall means, and everyone laughed.
I
and it
wasn't
turned
here
out he
that
was
day.
right.
There's an 85% chance he's right.
He's right. I believe it.
Thank
I've
you.
got here from integrishealth.org. It says fathers gaining weight during pregnancy. Weight can start long before you actually become a father. In fact, men can gain weight right along with their partners, even if they're not the ones growing the child. It's called Couvade, Couvade syndrome. There's actually a name for this phenomenon. This condition occurs when the partner of a pregnant woman experiences similar pregnancy symptoms. It's also referred to as a sympathetic pregnancy. Many theories exist why men can experience pregnancy-like symptoms, and they include changes in hormone levels, feelings of attachment to their child, and feelings of empathy toward their All right, I partner. have a new theory.
hold on.
After Amin.
Hold on,
theories.
real quick, before we jump into this, I just want to point out, Jeremy was talking. I saw his face on the screen, and out of the corner of my eye, I was like, "Why is that screen in black and white?" Continue.
I always thought it was that the wife had like pregnancy cravings.
Yeah,
it
and
was
you
like,
indulge.
they're
Well,
going
that's what
having
it's saying
pizza.
here.
That's
is-
the logical
I bring it
thing
back to
here
food.
that is escaping
Yeah.
us right
Yeah,
now.
it
Yes,
says
exactly.
fathers like gain more weight, and there's been studies, and like every time that fathers are also gaining more weight. But it says that the biggest culprits normally are eating out more frequently, more snacks around the house for the partner, bigger portions, and also even sometimes trying to make their partner feel better about themselves, so eating right along with them.
There you go.
I have a theory that Tony just knows a lot of shit, but just doesn't really explain it very well, so that you question him, and then when you look it up, he ends up looking like a genius.
Yeah.
Welcome to Miami.
Yeah.
That's like almost saying.
Back to Tony's parental weight gain in a second, but right now we're going to do.
I don't have parental weight gain. I'm fighting parental
betcha.
weight.
Which is presented by DraftKings. Stay tuned because we hear more about DraftKings and all of that's offered throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours. NFL parlay time. Detroit Lions at Indianapolis Colts.
Buzzsaw.
Yeah, I expect another blowout. It's going to take them -7.5. The Carolina, look at me. The Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the Carolina Panthers. I expect them to have a big bounce back game. Big spread on that one, but I expect a pretty handed one in hand.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. -11 there, but I'll take the Chiefs there. And the Dolphins gets a little tricky here. They're playing New England. New England, sneaky, mediocre team. I know Tony will agree. So I have two lines for you. You can be a coward and take the Dolphins at
Better than
-2.5, or you can take them at -6.5. Now, if you do -2.5, the parlay gives you a +415. If you're brave, it gives you a +581. So once again, that's the Detroit Lions -7.5 in Indianapolis, the Kansas City Chiefs in Carolina -11, Miami Dolphins at home against the New England Patriots at -2.5 or -6.5, and that is
What's
What's
the official spread?
You betcha.
the official spread is 7, I think, or 7.5.
Okay,
I
so-
want to say 7.
So you're buying down a point to go 6.5, but then you're buying down
All the way to
5.5.
Correct.
Okay.
If you're a coward,
Okay.
I have a question for you. Are we done with you, Betcha?
that's you betcha.
You
betcha.
betcha.
Let's say you're having an affair with someone who's married,
Okay.
and you get this person pregnant.
Okay.
Who would get the hormonal changes? You or the husband of the person that you impregnated?
Well, that implicates that I'm spending a lot of time with the person I get pregnant.
Well,
correct?
no, I'm what? Yeah, I mean,
But
enough
that
time
the
to have
the
affairs.
husband of the woman is spending way more time with her.
And it's night times.
And there's a
probably
lot of
nighttime
times
activated.
where yes, and it's nighttime, as you had mentioned prior. And we could talk to Ron McGill about this, right? There's animals.
I'm not sure that.
Yeah.
No, listen to where I'm going. There's animals that take over a father-like role when other animals impregnate the female of their group.
So you could theoretically, in this situation, microphone is just left.
No, he's back.
Okay, so you could get someone you could break up a marriage,
Mm-hmm.
get someone pregnant, right? Mm-hmm. And then also sabotage the husband in this because the husband now will have the hormonal changes.
Exactly.
If he stays with her.
That's a perfect situation.
Well, no, that's how you break it up. The husband doesn't know. All of a sudden, the husband's like, "What's going on here? I'm gaining all this weight. I don't
Right.
know.
And
my
he
wife
thinks
is
it's him."
pregnant."
But
and then
that's why he
she
would be
becomes
confused.
unattracted to her fat slob husband now because of you.
Right.
And you didn't gain any of this like stress.
In this
hormonal
situation, the person. So that's one marriage.
Why are you doing this?
But
Billy?
then I'm in another
Why-
marriage.
why are you doing
So
this?
I can't leave my
weight.
marriage to be with the other person.
No, you're making it actually you. I was a hypothetical you.
Oh,
You're
okay.
not married.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm a single person.
You were. Yeah.
Okay.
You're single. Now, if you're married, what difference does that make?
If I get somebody else's wife pregnant, that could be an issue.
No, it definitely is. In that
Yeah,
way.
that's a much
Then I
bigger
got
issue than
two.
weight gain.
Because then I
have
got
to say.
two. I'm like, I got this one pregnant. She's pregnant. Everybody's pregnant, and then all of a sudden, I'm done.
Now you're making it super you because she's now
you're
your
just
wife's
knocking
pregnant
down
too.
two women.
And
Yeah.
now I'm huge.
No, I would
True.
advise you, if you're married, probably don't have an affair, but if you're married, definitely don't get your wife pregnant and then get your lover pregnant, because then it seems unavoidable that you're going to have the hormonal
Exactly
changes.
right. Exactly right. Jeremy, I'd like you to look up the word prolactin. And I think
Prolactin.
that's the word that I was
Do you have to go to
researching.
baby
Just got
classes?
stuff floating around in the head.
I have some food questions for George when you guys are done.
Okay.
Do you have to go to baby classes?
He's here. He's
Yes, I'm going to answer that question. Prolactin, the
he's here for
hormones.
us for-
A
for-
polypeptide hormone responsible for lactation, breast development, and hundreds of other actions needed to maintain homeostasis.
So-
I don't see anything about that specifically for men.
Well,
Yeah.
type
Are you
in.
producing milk?
No.
Go check.
Jenny is.
Already?
okay, so what?
Yeah.
What?
You
what
said you should bring back food.
When does that
Colossus.
start?
I don't know, but she's already.
It's all a segue.
She's already.
what is?
Can she pump already and then like freeze it or no?
I don't know.
Why are you so
We
interested?
haven't
Billy?
tried.
I don't remember this happening with my wife beforehand.
It's
I
not
mean,
like
I didn't think about it. I know when the baby was born, breastfeeding
Look
right
up
away, so she
prolactin
must have been,
in
right?
Men
For men?
who have pregnant wives.
Okay,
And
got
then
it.
look up affairs.
Whoa, what
Okay.
are you looking up affairs for?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then
I
we
thought you
can
wanted to look
know-
up breast pumps.
What?
That's what you were just talking about, breast pumps.
If you
right?
need bags,
don't think so.
I think we have bags.
I have a ton of bags.
I can give you bags if you want. Anyways,
We'll offline about that.
So, George,
Mike, go ahead.
now that we're talking about weight gain, you eat a lot of food.
Yes.
It's your profession. How do you handle your weight? Keep it down? Because you look like a pretty slim guy right now.
Somewhat.
Somewhat. It's fine. You're a
He does
married guy.
boxing, dude.
boxing.
It
I
happens.
eat my food.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
He does.
That's fine.
Barely. I go to
but I'm asking
Legacy.
him.
Okay,
yeah.
So there's some boxing sometimes.
Exactly. okay.
So hit workouts. I tried to hit it every day, but portion control, balancing the diet.
Gotcha.
Not eating like a slob.
Not all the food
every
that
single
they put
meal.
in front of you. Yeah.
I like how you took us off of this conversation. Like, so you're a food expert. How do you work out?
Well, no, it's how does he keep it off? Because you see these influencers, they're like constantly eating. They're doing a lot of content when eating.
Right.
So how does he keep it off? I want to know his secret. The
I
guy
can't
looks
speak
nice.
for anyone else, but I know what I do, and
That's
it's just like
good enough for me.
balance.
It's
and
called putting in the hard work, buddy.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Grinding.
Jeremy?
Tony's right.
About what?
Whoa.
Prolactin increases in men as well when their partners are ready to give birth.
Do you do classes?
That's crazy.
And
man.
when
Talk about
prolactin increases, they say in men that it can increase for up to about 6 months after the birth of the child. And when your prolactin is elevated, weight gain may be a result. Not
But
definitely,
how does the prolactin
but may be a
transfer from
result.
female to male?
It's a biological.
It's like the estrogen, because the issue with the prolactin is your testosterone's going down and your estrogen is going up.
Right.
But
no,
why?
that's
You're
that's
not
exactly
having
it.
the baby. This
no,
is what I
but
don't
when
understand.
For whatever
It's hormones,
reason,
Izzy.
yeah,
It's in the
That's
air,
why I'm
buddy. What do you want me to
wondering-
tell you?
your testosterone does go down
Significantly.
right after your partner.
So then it
gives
wouldn't
birth,
affect
apparently.
the husband whose wife was cheating.
Well, he's with her,
But his testosterone's not going down.
but it is.
Is it?
Because the
Because he's
baby's
with
in the
her?
vicinity, yeah.
The baby just like takes the testosterone?
Dude, I'm telling you. Like, I don't know why you guys are
Hey, man, I'm just reading.
upset at me. That's the way it got set up. When everything started.
ScienceDirect.com.
I'm not going to have to deal with this. I'm just shocked that you just happened to know this off the top of your head, and there were other
He just
informed
had a
people that
baby. He
didn't
just had
know.
a child.
He's having-
Really
yeah, it's
worried.
classes.
Really worried about the weight gain.
Well, I was making sure that I was on my.
I always thought it was food.
Can I ask
It is.
Can I ask you a
That-
question? And this is to help Fuentes here, because Fuentes, as you've gotten to know so far, knows a lot about a lot of different things, right? And he has a lot of opinions on a lot of things as well. Like he's a very opinionated. I don't know what we're
That's
laughing
great.
about.
No,
yeah,
I'm
he's
not
very
laughing, yeah.
opinionated on a lot of things as well. Now you go and you'll do food reviews and such. I feel like he would like to do things like this. However, he also has a bit of a reputation of being somewhat of a Debbie Downer and being somewhat negative.
Wow.
And I've this is surprising to you?
No, I know the reputation is out there, but I don't see myself as a negative person.
I know.
Are you kidding?
I know.
I'm really
This is a bit of the problem. So my question to you is, should he ever want to venture out into being like an influencer, reviewing stuff like that? I feel like he would kind of position it as, I'm just being honest, I'm telling you the truth, but he'd just be bashing absolutely everything, and it wouldn't be great necessarily for partnerships or for getting people. Like, what restaurant would then want him to come knowing he's just going to bash what they have to say?
No, hold on. There's a lane here because the lane turns into him bashing every restaurant. Actually, spins it as a positive.
I don't think so.
No, yes.
I
Well,
don't-
he is the negative guy.
Yeah.
So he's just negative about everybody, and then people love it.
Well, he doesn't think he's negative. Number one, that's an issue. Number two,
No, but that plays into the bit.
Yeah, it's kind of part of the
he would
character.
have to get invited to these places, presumably, right? So like they're not going to invite him to just come and bash
Okay.
the restaurant.
Okay, how about this? Why do people go to the Winner's Circle in Chicago?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
The Winner's
The
Circle.
post game interview with me.
Wasn't it
after
the
he
Wiener
games?
Circle?
The Wiener
Is it
Circle?
the Wiener
It's a
Circle? or
Wiener
Winner's
Circle. I think it's a
whatever.
Wiener
It's it's the hot dog restaurant in Chicago that's open late.
Wiener Circle.
That all they
That
do
makes sense.
is just insult you from the moment you walk in.
Like the soup Nazi.
No, the soup Nazi didn't
Different.
insult people.
You just had
He
to
was
order
very
how he
direct.
wanted you to
Exactly.
order.
He was
Yeah.
very direct, and he wanted you to follow a protocol. Different story.
Okay.
The Insult Comedy Dog, Triumph with his name. We've had him on the show before.
Yeah, but he's not an establishment. He's going to your establishment to tell you how bad your food is.
Right.
Why
But
would,
that's part of the bit. That's what makes it funny.
would you do that?
Sure.
No, he's so what's happening?
He's in, dude. He's
Yeah,
in.
I'm in.
I'm
He's
just
in.
asking. Like, I'm trying to help you.
But I'm not a negative person. I really don't. I feel like I'm negative.
He's a positive guy.
No, he's an honest guy. So would
Thank
your
you.
That's
most
what I'm
of your
saying.
honest opinions be negative?
If they're bad,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is I feel like people aren't turning in to like see you bash something.
But why-
So like, how do you spin it?
I don't know.
How do you spin it? If you have a bad review, do you go hard on them or just like I'm not going to review this?
So ever since COVID hit in 2020, I switched over my format, and I was like videos and pictures, and then I went into like this reel, and my opinions and reviews completely shifted, and I realized there was it's a tough time for restaurants, so I decided to only give positive reviews. So how that worked, excuse me, was I left out anything that was negative. So I usually get served or order around 8 to 10 to 12 dishes, and 3 to 4 make the video.
Yeah.
So not saying that the other ones are bad, but aren't up to par as the 3 or 4 that I
you're
think
picking
are spectacular.
your favorites, and that's what you're
Yeah, just
pushing.
hype
and
them up.
what are worth visiting for, because I know that I have a larger audience. So I'm like, if they're going to come to this place, don't have a average burger, have this
So
menu
wait a
item.
second. So you go and order everything?
A lot of the time.
And you're just sitting there, like, do they come all at the same time? Is it one at a time? How does that work?
If I'm going on my own and I'm just paying and I'm doing it, it'll come whenever the kitchen has it ready. If I'm invited and I'm working with the restaurant, I can pace it out a little bit better, which I like doing one by one.
And you're okay with that? Like, if it comes out, I'm just like, I just gotta eat all this.
Well, I don't finish the meal. I take
Right.
a bite of one and,
Right.
and keep moving. You
What
know?
if it's really good though?
I have maybe 2 or 3.
So I've got this situation where my partner Anthony is doing stuff for his social, but like I don't want to videotape him, so he's doing all the videos. I think it's obnoxious. Sorry, no offense.
No,
George.
I
but if and so now his videos are just of me eating the food, and it's like I don't even want to be in these videos, and I don't want to like have everybody think that I'm just being recorded eating from these restaurants because I'm not an influencer.
Doing what
I don't
you
do any
hate.
of that stuff.
Doing what you hate. You hate videotaping, so you think the people that are watching you
Exactly.
have
enjoying-
Anthony
yeah.
They're judging me.
videotaping you.
Yes.
Have you ever been to a spot that, don't name names obviously,
Never.
but they invited you or you decided to go to and you were like, yo, I'm just not going to post this. Like, this just is not happening. And then you just kept it to yourself. It got lost in the bin. You gave them some excuses. Like anything ever like
Well, I
that?
don't give them an excuse. I'll tell them why.
Oh, really? Straight up? Oh, okay.
Honest guy. See?
Yeah, there you go.
That's what you could be.
No.
It doesn't happen often, so how
Never
how-
post anything.
Well, it's
He's like, oh, I can't post this one either.
I posted it a year and a half.
if you try everything, they're gonna have something
That you
that's
like.
worthwhile.
Yeah.
Exactly. Most of the times.
Yeah.
But I also do a lot of filtering prior to even visiting. So when I get that invite, when I get that email, whatever the format method is, I'm doing research right away. I'm checking their Google reviews, their Yelp reviews, their Instagram, what they're posting, how they're posting, if they're responding to comments. Like I'm literally looking if they're trying.
What a life.
So do you reject?
So
you end up
jealous.
rejecting a lot of places?
I reject about like 75% of
Oh,
the invitations that
Really?
send my way. Yeah.
so if it shows up on your page, it's like there's something good about it.
So about two days of the week are from invited or collaboration brand partners, and then 2 of the other days are organic, my own
Whatever you said.
visits. Yeah, like right now I got a cortado here, and on Friday, does this drop on Fridays? Mm-hmm. So if you're watching or listening this, I just posted the hottest cortadito in Miami.
I was
so
just
I'm
about
literally
to ask, is it
taking,
cortado or cortadito, or which one is it?
it doesn't matter. It depends on the lady.
So this doesn't matter. But when I say mistake, all of a sudden everybody has a fucking issue.
Yeah, that's a major mistake.
But you
Wow,
also see
seriously.
the general
Hey.
vibes and attitude.
Yeah, no,
like,
he's right.
This
of
is
course.
why.
Yeah. Negative review, he's not posting it.
That's what I'm.
But again, he could post the negative ones.
I feel like
could
he would
work.
leave out the positives and just post the negatives.
That's the bit. That's what he loves. It's just, hey, this sucked. And
So
everyone's like, dude, it sucked. I got to go try it. Does it suck? I don't know.
How long is your list of places that you want to go to that you haven't been to?
Long.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a new place opening up in Miami every week, and then
Yeah.
I'd also like revisiting spots that weren't
Launched
as good,
different things
or
or
maybe have launched different things, or is it worth the hype? Is it going back to classic, iconic spots? So there's always something to do, and there's always different ideas, like this cortado bit. And I think the difference I just realized was when I'm talking in more of like a professional or to men, I say cortado, but if it's like a Cuban old lady in the ventanita,
Cortadito.
Yeah,
everything's like Ito.
Everything's Ito.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
old
it's
ladies,
just
it's
like-
all Ito-Itas.
Yeah.
So I think I just call it that there.
Yeah.
So Miami has a lot of like restaurant turnover, right? Is there a place? And this is a very obviously local thing to say, but if there
It's
is there
episode 305, by the way.
That's right.
I allow it.
I do it with pastelitos.
Well, everybody does.
Well,
Everybody does.
yeah,
I
well,
say pastelitos, and then sometimes they'll come like pastel, and I'm like, no, pastel.
Really?
Who says
I've always thought
Yeah,
that's
no one's done
crazy.
that.
Even I know that's nuts.
They've done that to me.
Is there a place you miss, George, that's gone the way of the dodo?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to remember.
You ask a lot of good questions,
Well, we have
though.
a lot of turnover, like for restaurants. Like,
Yeah.
there's always a place closing. Like now,
question.
one of my favorite pizza spots on Diamo is not closing but relocating. But that could
That's
be
a
like
relocation,
bad for
though.
them. Yeah, but still, you never know.
You never know.
So it's just,
Like,
is there one that you miss in particular that is gone that you wish was still around?
Damn.
I'm a rare case just because I'm always trying something new all the time. So if I go to the same restaurant twice a year, I'm infatuated with it.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm always trying to cover new content, find a new scoop, find a new story. So,
What's that restaurant that you've been to twice this year?
Tinta y Café? No.
How many
these are Oz.
home cooked meals do you eat?
Maybe once a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Seems exhausting.
How many times do you talk into a microphone?
How many times do I talk into a microphone?
Yeah.
I don't know. What?
A lot, right?
Like, yeah, every day.
If you talk outside of the microphone, I feel like you don't talk that much at home.
He has microphones at home.
yeah, I do.
He
have
does, but not talking into them.
No, I don't talk very much.
That's what I'm saying. You talk here the same way that he eats, right?
No, I know,
out
but-
in the world because he's working. When he goes home, he doesn't.
Yeah,
want
but
to
I
eat.
wonder if he wants to
He's eating
have.
already.
No, not that. I'm saying like if you ever want to have like a home cooked meal because like I'm tired of going to restaurants or whatever.
No, I get it.
Plus, it gets expensive too. Like if he's going out and it's not something that he's invited to do, especially if
It's a
he's
tax
ordering like
write-off.
everything.
Tax write-off.
Still.
Billy knows he was a food influencer at one point. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you hang him up? Did you hang him up?
No, we're still working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy's Bites.
Billy's
New
Bites,
episode's
yeah.
coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode
How many have
305
you
already.
done? How many have you done?
Every episode's 305.
Two.
Well, I mean, we had one
That was a
episode,
marketing guy.
and then we did another episode in Kansas City, but it wasn't cut exactly the way I was
Yeah.
anticipating it to be cut. And
I have a good video of you eating a walking taco in Kansas City.
I ate
post that.
raccoon
Ooh,
in Kansas City.
How was that?
Fried raccoon. They said it was like roadkill, and whatever they hit, they cook.
Yeah.
I think they were lying to
The
me.
guy was like
Junior.
9 shots in.
If
yeah.
I'm going to be
That's
honest,
tough.
I'm pretty sure they were lying to me. But they did take me particularly to one train. They're like, wait, he wants to try the raccoon. He wants to try the raccoon. And they took me over to that one, and it tastes like chicken.
How'd you feel after?
I felt fine. It was just a little bite.
Okay.
What's the weirdest thing you've had? Because I've had raccoon. I've also had ostrich jerky.
Ostrich is good.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
I've
It
had
was
an
fine.
ostrich
I had it at
burger.
Smoothie King, so anyone can have that. Yeah,
Did local Smoothie King serve that?
yeah. That's why I had it, because I was at a Smoothie King and there's all these like, you guys want any jerky or anything? We're like looking like ostrich, like sure.
Okay.
Because it's a 305 show, Anthony and I have been maybe looking into buying a Miami Subs. What do we think of Miami Subs?
You're gonna buy a Miami subs?
Whoa.
Interesting. You're
Breaking
massive-
news? Can I get a
Yeah.
Can I get a breaking
not
news?
really these
breaking
are
news if we're just thinking.
You're gonna buy one?
That's a fun idea.
Thinking about
They
it.
changed it to Miami Grill,
I was
right?
going to say, you're going
Yeah.
to change the name back
Yeah,
to
it's all an
Miami
Anthony
Subs?
thing. I'm just
Wait, what happened? Because
on.
Pitbull like bought a lot
And
of
then he
them.
switched it over to Miami Grill, right?
Did he-
that was the appeal.
But did he
it's
sell
a
it?
Pitbull franchise now.
Really? So you'd be like a franchisee of Pitbulls?
Dale.
When's the last time everyone has visited a Miami Subs or Grill?
Wow. I would say I went to the one.
Where the Kmart is?
Yeah, on Kendall.
Has to be that
I
one.
no, it wasn't that one. It was the one that was in
That
Westchester.
one's still there.
It was the one that was in Westchester.
That's long gone.
I know. That's the last time I went though.
There's one on like Lejeune,
It's a-
and I
it's
want
a
to say
Starbucks now,
Okeechobee
Billy.
when you're going towards
Yeah. Yes.
right, like right in the corner there, and there's
Yes.
like a Pollo Tropical too, and all that stuff.
Yes.
There was one on like right by the old 790 the Ticket Studio in
Yeah.
like
In Hollywood?
On 440.
That one's still there, I think.
Yeah, I would go there like once a week.
Last one I went to, I believe it was a Miami Sub, that it was combined with like Kenny Rogers Roasters
Oh, God, yeah.
and I think
Old.
Nathan's.
God, you're
right?
a triple.
1997 was
A
crazy.
triple.
And you want to buy one of these and you haven't visited it in God knows how long.
I hadn't been to one in such a long time because I thought they were trash, but apparently Pitbull Grill has.
Why do you want to buy one?
Because it's a way to make money, Billy.
Wow.
I would argue it's probably a way to lose money.
That's why you got to look into it before you buy it.
Well, there's lots of money to be made in fast food, like a lot of money. If you can get like a franchise, you just have to.
Pinecrest Bakery's franchise.
A lot of it is like location. I'm assuming
It's all location.
It's location and like which the brand is, because like there's certain things that just will never go out of business.
Like
if you-
Carvel ice cream.
No, but like if you could get your hands on a McDonald's, like how many
Yeah, they don't
McDonald's
give
have you
those
seen?
away.
No, you need like a
Never.
$3 million investment to open a McDonald's.
Yeah.
I know you have to figure out like Subways are economical.
Yeah, but
you can
there's-
get
Yeah,
a
but
Subway,
Subway-
They're on their way down.
it's
buddy.
location.
What you need is to get a Chick-fil-A, and then they do everything, and you give them like $5,000, and then they move you to like Grand Rapids, Idaho, or whatever.
But I think there's a cap on how much you can make
Yeah.
within a Chick-fil-A.
It's
Yeah.
like 120
Oh,
grand.
really?
Or something.
Yeah, and
can
you have to
only
be
get paid
X
as like
amount
a
of
GM.
hours, too.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So
You
don't
gotta
really
work
own
that.
it.
Yeah,
you
they
gotta
own
work
it.
that baby.
Just buy yourself a laundromat. It makes tons of money.
That's what I heard
That's
is
the
where the
move.
money's at, and you can launder like crazy.
If I do anything, I'd go
in more ways than one, man.
I'd go more a local business.
Yeah.
Like support something like that's more, not that Miami Grill isn't a local business,
Yeah, yeah.
but you know what I mean, more homegrown.
Yeah.
Like a Pinecrest Bakery. The one I passed by on 97th and Kendall, it has a big thing on a big sign saying franchise available.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Do you do
But
fast food at all or no?
When I
Like, just
eat
you
fast food.
eat,
I eat
yeah,
fast
yeah.
food.
Okay.
Yes. But I'm not always like posting fast
No,
food. 'Cause
I
no
mean,
one wants to see
no,
that as
exactly.
much. Like
I had
they
a
know
Whopper. I
about
had a
it.
double Whopper.
Been-
Yeah,
done
yeah.
that, yeah.
It's just more of convenience and like
Yeah.
late night cravings or type
Yeah.
of.
Hell yeah.
I was trying to get Chris Cody to do like a whole series about trying brand new fast food items. Like, I'll talk about
The
the
Taco
decades
Bell.
menu.
I do want to go and try it
Yeah, listen, Gordita Supreme.
right before the
Close
plane
to
or
my
on the
heart.
plane.
Wow.
Yeah, before the
wow.
plane.
American
Well, I
Airlines
guess
and
after.
Taco Bell collab.
We're going to do a quick segment of unpopular opinions. I have two food ones here specifically for
let's
George.
do it.
One, cheese pizza is the pizza of a pizza aficionados. Pizza with toppings just makes pizza a vehicle for the toppings. What do you think?
Fair.
Fair?
Yeah.
A good cheese pizza, like if that's the baseline,
I'm okay with it, but sometimes they're also baked into the pizza. Like sometimes pepperonis are embedded. It's not like just placed on top.
It's like under the cheese, what you mean.
Sometimes under the cheese, or it's kind of like masking it.
But the
it becomes
pepperoni
one.
still becomes the star of that dish because you're still tasting the strong
Mostly
pepperoni
pepperoni.
flavor.
Right.
I am in agreement that, especially like I think New York style thin pizza, like a solid cheese pizza, you don't need any.
You don't need
pepperoni
anything, yeah.
on those.
For that, it's about the dough, the crust, like the crunch, the cheese, all those extra things. Things on top elevate it sometimes, but most of the times they do hurt the pizza if it's not done right.
Do you
Never
have
wanna
food
hurt a pizza.
rivals, like influencer rivals?
I'm in my own lane, man. I don't
Really?
This guy's
I don't. Not
doing
that I
his
don't
own-
care, but like, I'm just so focused on myself.
All right. So you don't need us to take out the Burger Beast or anything.
I love stuff. It's good.
What are you doing there?
next one, onion rings are terrible.
Get out of here.
It depends. What I don't like is when I bite into the onion ring and
You
the
know he's
entire
not
onion
asking
comes
you,
out.
right?
That's
Like,
the
he's
worst.
He's asking.
That is the worst. I don't
He agrees with
hate onion rings, but I'm not
Tony
first
was right.
ordering onion rings.
Yeah, you're
So-
more fries, right?
Yeah, fry, and almost every type of fry before onion ring.
Really? What's your feelings on steak fries?
Forget
Steak
about
fries are exactly steak fries are a
it.
controversial topic here.
I'm a thin
I'm a thin
fry
fry.
guy. This is my boy, dude.
Dude,
Like,
curly
I
fries.
love
Can
a
I-
steak fry.
Can I give you a blasphemy here on the way out before we end episode 305? I don't like the little papitas on the pan con pite. I'm not a fan.
don't
A
like
lot of
papitas?
times I'll get it without.
Like a
They're
rivital,
unnecessary.
type of thing, like the papitas on top. You said?
yeah, I don't
The
like
little
it.
crunchy
A lot
one.
of
Oh, the
times I get it
papitas
without.
inside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of times.
I love it.
I thought you were talking about on
like
top of the
papitas
pi-
Juliana or something like that.
Yeah.
I get
No,
it
you're-
without that.
Yeah. I think you're talking about the Juliana ones or the ones above the bite empanizado at Rio Gritar. You're talking
Julienne,
about-
for those who don't speak
Maybe.
Spanish. Cut Julienne style.
Oh yeah.
That's just like the crunchy papitas
I
that
don't
are like in
those all the time.
can.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
the
like
can.
those.
My grandparents used to have that can at the house,
Same.
and sometimes
I
I
have
would
it at home.
snack on that.
I have it at home. I'll send a picture when
Makes
I get
sense.
Anyway,
A good onion ring is very underrated.
It is.
It's all about the batter, right?
Yes.
And
The crunch.
probably the thickness of the onion. It can't be too thick. It can't be too thin, like Fuentes said, and it just slides out. Oh, was that you, Sony? Sorry, Tony said it just slides out of there. But I will take that over a French fry any day. A good onion
You
ring.
would take
it's got
a
to be
good
a good
onion ring
ring.
over a good French
No
fry.
way.
100%.
I think
You're
you
an
need
insane
a
person.
good French fry by itself. You need sauce with that onion ring.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
it's so deeply battered
Yeah.
and fried that it needs that zesty sauce. You're
Yeah,
dipping it
yeah,
into
yeah, yeah.
something.
Yeah, I don't hold it against that though. I don't hold it against it if it needs.
But
a
then
sauce.
you lose. Then you care about the sauce, and it becomes a vehicle for the
Wow.
sauce.
Whoa, a lot
I
of,
like a
a
good
lot of
vehicle.
vehicle talk here.
'Cause I can-
Onion ring.
like
Well
a
done.
vehicle.
I can't order shoestring fries unless I know the place makes great shoestring fries. Because if you give me some soggy, thin shoestring fries, I'm leaving.
So you're okay with a mediocre, not knowing that it's a good onion ring?
No. It's got to be a good onion ring.
Oh,
That's
so
the
it's a
caveat.
caveat.
That's the caveat.
But I will take a good onion ring over a good
Fair.
French fry.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Music that has emergency sounds should be banned.
Thank you.
Like with like cop sirens or
Yes,
whatever.
yes.
Fucking worst.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
Wow,
we can
Jeremy,
put those
strong.
to rest.
I hate it.
I do like emergency sirens though in sounds. Like
What?
Off the top, yeah.
So
If it's like that, then yes, but not the one
Yeah.
that sounds like a police siren
no,
or
police
a
sirens gotta
firefighter
go.
siren.
Yeah.
all right, do another.
The things
one
that
quick.
we hear at like 3 in the morning coming out of a Honda Civic.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Billy, beautiful hat you're wearing.
Hey, thank you.
Where can I get one of those?
George can give it to you. You just walk in
On the
and
web-
hand it
on my
to you
website.
again.
Wow.
But yes,
Oh, I got it.
Where is that?
pretty sweet.
Where is
Billy
that, George?
pre-ordered one
Yeah.
at
Where is that, George?
mystery305.com.
When are we going to do? Oh, episode 954 is when we do Fort Lauderdale
That's a
stuff.
long.
Oh,
That's a
man.
long ways away.
All right,
We
I'll
have
be back for that
786
one.
before that one. Yeah.
Fireball.